Our guest today on Caribbeana is Mr. Pierre Labossiere from Haiti. He is with the Haiti Action Committee. Did I get that right, Pierre?
That's correct, sir. Yes,
Yes,
you.
it's nice talking to you again, man.
A real pleasure, a real pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, man. Well, you know the situation in Haiti. It's the news has been so grim, and we just wanted to find out what's the status of the country now, with the presence of the Kenyans and the Jamaicans. So, give us an update on where the situation is now.
Um, um, my apologies. There, something is. Yes. So what the situation is in the country? It's very difficult. When we are looking at Port-au-Prince and we are looking at the what they call gang, but what I and a number of people refer to as paramilitary death squads, it is really an incredible amount of terrorism against the people. And
Mhm.
because the population is being so terrorized and the government does not appear to be doing anything about it, it's really a situation where really you can say it's state terror against the population of Haiti.
Right, right, right. And that would include even the members of the police force as well?
Yes, definitely. And that definitely includes the police force because many policemen and women, but particularly men mostly, have been identified with being part of the so-called gangs of the
Wow.
death squads. Many of them really have organized those gangs or death squads. Many of them have studied them, and many are members of these gangs or death squads. And
Right.
actually, this mirrors the situation that was happening under the Duvaliers when the Duvaliers were in power in Haiti.
Yes, yeah.
So at that time, it was the Tonton Macoutes.
Right, right.
Even though Papa Doc officialized them by calling them, by giving them a uniform and making them part of the armed forces of Haiti under
Yeah.
the label of Volunteers for National Security, but each of them had the power of life and death over
Yes,
every single citizen in Haiti.
yeah.
And even members of the military, high ranking members, had to be at attention in front of a Tonton Macoute,
Wow,
you
wow.
know? And
Mm,
so this was the beginning, we can say, of the lawlessness that we
yeah,
started seeing
yeah,
in,
yeah.
in Haiti. And it continued. This is really when we are looking at it, it was the beginning of the breakdown of the Haitian justice system,
Yes,
break down the attack, the terror that was being state terror against
right.
the population,
Yeah.
and so continuing to the present day. There was a brief interruption in this madness, and that's when the Lavalas government of President Aristide and later on Preval came to
Yes,
power. So
yes.
there was a brief interruption for, I would say, for 10 years, a period of democracy
Yeah.
when these the paramilitary Tonton Macoutes were actually disbanded, but it was for that brief period of 10 years of democratic interlude. But
Right.
that time, it's been with the overthrow of President Aristide in 2004. What
Yes.
we in the presence of the UN forces, they actually organized and helped nurture this wave of paramilitary death squads that that has taken over
Right, right,
Haiti right now.
right, right. Man, I mean, so what is the solution? What is the status of this new government that they have? I mean, are they able to do anything?
Yes, the new government, people in Haiti have been trying to for a long time. Have been. I'm sorry. Can I stop for a minute and I will
Sure.
answer? Okay.
Uh,
Um, something seems to be going on here that I have to. Uh,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
yes. So
Okay. All right, we are having a bit of technical difficulty. Um, Pierre Labossiere, we are speaking with Pierre Labossiere, who is from Haiti with the Haitian Action Committee. And, he is in Port-au-Prince, Haiti at the moment. And with the advantage of technology, we are able to talk to him. Yes, Pierre, we have got you back now.
Yes, just a just a correction. I'm not in Port-au-Prince. I'm actually outside of the country,
Okay, all right.
but I stay in touch with people in the country, friends and other folks, and who advise me as to who keep me informed about the daily situation. And
Right.
what we've had is I was talking about the rise of the Tontomacoutes, who we can trace this problem of paramilitary death squads to the period of the Duvaliers. But following that, after the coup of 2004, uh,
Uh-huh.
in preparation of the coup, actually, it was Guy Philippe. Guy Philippe was a member of the Haitian police.
Right.
Was before that, he was a member of the armed forces of Haiti, of the military.
Right.
He was trained by the U.S. in as a special as a in one of the special forces.
Horses. Right. Right.
And he came into Haiti as a commander of the new police force. But the guy was a very corrupt individual involved in drug trafficking, involved in prostitution, and
Right.
and acting as an enforcer. And this is according to various reports in Haiti and
Right.
um, journalists. And
Yes.
he was acting as an enforcer for the drug cartels that were operating also in Haiti.
Right.
And so this was the man that the US used and armed, along with a number of others of his people in his entourage, people who were his colleagues,
Yeah.
a number of criminal elements in society.
Yeah.
And they were the ones who organized this paramilitary death squad that started the coup d'etat against
Right.
President Aristide.
Yeah.
When it succeed, um, but they killed people, they gang raped women,
Yes.
massacred. Basically, what we are seeing today in Haiti, they murdered policemen,
Yeah.
various colleagues of theirs,
Yes. Yeah.
commander in the police force. So they carried out the same kind of things
Yeah.
that we are seeing today in Haiti
Yeah.
under Guy Philippe, 2004. And he's still around. He's still around.
Yeah.
He's making his name pretty much. And what's sad is that in April of 2024, this former ambassador to Haiti, Pamela White, was
Uh-huh.
singing the praises of this man who ended up spending 6 years in a US prison as for being involved in drug trafficking, you see? And
Yes. Yeah.
he came out of prison barely, 4 months or 6 months. And here she was singing his praises as an articulate person, as
Wow.
somebody capable of leading Haiti.
Yeah. Right. 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 Right.
So I'm trying to explain to you how deeply connected these people are and what's going on.
Yes. Yes.
So and he was a major element in the coup of 2004.
Yeah.
Now, going back to the coup, during that period, the UN forces came to Haiti and they were busy doing a number of massacres against the population because
Right.
people were protesting the coup d'etat. They were saying, we voted for a president. We want that president to finish his term of office, President Aristide. He
Right.
has left in his term of office. We want him back. And people
Right.
to the coup.
Right.
Basically carried out when Guy Philippe and his cohorts couldn't do it, then it was the special forces of the US, France, and Canada who
Right.
President Aristide and removed him from Haiti.
Right.
People were protesting, and the UN itself carried out
The UN itself carried out their own form of massacre, you might say.
and the people of Haiti and people who were protesting what was going on. People were in the streets protesting what was happening, and the UN forces actually carried out various massacres against the population. And this was a terrible, terrible, there were terrible massacres.
Right.
Also, the UN armed a number of gangs, um, members, various outlaws to carry out massacres against the population.
Right.
Communities, we are talking about La Métis was one such gang. And then the community of Grand Ravine was also attacked by a number of these gangs. And there are videotapes of the population actually calling out the UN forces for having participated in these massacres.
Yes. Yes.
What the people themselves, the
Okay.
victims, the survivors have described to us. So fast forwarding to the present, we've had continuing this man who's very well known because the international media talks a lot about him. His name is Jimmy Barbecue Cherizier.
Yeah.
Jimmy Barbecue is his nickname. And this man he joined the Haitian police force after the coup of 2004. And he was trained by the UN forces, the US, France, and Canada. They trained him as a member of a special police unit. And he was involved, he and a number of his fellow policemen were involved in a massacre in November 2017 at a church.
Yeah.
And so this massacre, there were about 11 people who were killed, including the school custodian, one or two teachers, and the cook among the victims. And so as a result, a year later, he participated in, and by his own account, he was part of a group that carried out the massacre of La Saline, again, November 2018.
Yeah.
And so, and with a number of other people who were called gang leaders, and they conducted that massacre. Now, this massacre was in the neighborhood of La Saline, which was a very strong pro-Lavalas, family Lavalas supporters. And so they must have killed, various sources report as many as 200 people may have been killed during that massacre.
Yeah.
Jimmy Cherizier Barbecue was part of it.
Yes.
So that is and women were gang raped. People, Margaret Prescott did a very beautiful in the sense of thorough recording of the testimony of some of the victims.
Yeah.
And reported on that, and it's on Real News TV. People can look up Margaret Prescott, special report massacres in Haiti on Real News TV, and be able to get that. So I'm going over this to let people know that what's going on now is not something that just started to happen.
Right.
It's of a policy of involving the US, the UN, in their occupation, involving France and Canada, and the 9-member organization, which is called the Core Group. It's a 9-member organization made up of 5 countries and 4 other international entities.
Right.
Ones that are in charge of the occupation of Haiti.
Yeah.
And carrying out these policies that I'm describing.
Yeah. Wow. Man. Why? I mean, I'm sure you perhaps wonder, why does Haiti have to suffer like this? Why does Haiti have to go through anything like this? Do you feel perhaps it's because Haiti was the one that had a more successful revolution from Napoleon, even over Napoleon?
Yes, I think that's part of it. Also, that there has been, since the founding of Haiti, there has been this racist, there has always been this racist attitude towards the country. Also, Haiti was a very bad example because, let's face it, slavery was actually, Haiti had overturned the system of slavery and declared itself at war against slavery. And Haiti called to people, enslaved Africans from all over the Caribbean and from all over the world who were enslaved, to, if they could make their way in Haiti, to Haiti, Haiti would defend their freedom and they would become Haitian citizens.
Yes. Yeah.
And Haiti would defend their freedom. Haiti also stood up not only against slavery, but also for the against colonialism. And Haiti invited people of indigenous origin. Also, the same invitation was extended to them.
Yeah.
So it was such a challenge because before the Haitian Revolution, Africans enslaved in all the various Caribbean countries, in the US, had been rebelling against slavery.
Right.
However, the Haitian Revolution became such a great encouragement for the people,
Right.
because they realized that they too could achieve that success.
Yes, yes, yes.
And the bold statements by Haiti at the time was such as to not only encourage but also in support. And so Haiti sent troops with Simon Bolivar in South America.
Yes.
Support him in his struggle, and asked him that and insisted that he abolish slavery in all the lands that he would free.
Yeah.
Haiti also participated. There were many people, brothers and sisters from the Caribbean, who fled the slave system in the various islands, and they came to Haiti, and Haiti welcomed them with open arms, and they became Haitian citizens.
Yes, yes.
It was this type of welcoming by
Right.
our people, by our foremothers and forefathers.
Yes.
And it was something very significant because it was a recognition that they were an African people. Today, we look at ourselves as Haitians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, African Americans, and whatever, Barbadians. However, back then, we were
Africa.
African people. Families were broken up. People didn't know where their kin folks were. People didn't know where their mother, their daughter, their sister, their brother, their cousin were. And so this appeal was an appeal to reunify the family, looking for kin folks. Just like when slavery was abolished in Haiti and in many places, the practice of selling family members toward the plantation owners, really people were trying to reunify their family.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same dynamic that was at the time. And so Haiti was fanatical about it. And Dessalines, who was the founding father of Haiti, who was the general who achieved the independence and proclaimed the independence, he had that in his blood. He felt so strongly against slavery and colonialism.
Right.
To stand up everywhere. And he actually sent agents, veterans from his army to the various islands to support, particularly in Martinique and Guadeloupe, to support movements that were taking place for independence, and in various places as well.
Right. Now, where is all this going to go? What is going to happen? What the future? What do you think will occur? I'm sure we see success will overcome, but in the Haitian mind, what does he or she think will happen?
Yes, there is something I want to add to your earlier question too. In the present time, what they are after also, these powers that are occupying Haiti, they're after money also. So the ideology is one thing, but there is money. In Haiti, it is a very rich country of gold, copper, bauxite, uranium, iridium, various things, oil, natural gas. So they want to put their hands on that. Same with Christopher Columbus wanted to get the gold, and that's why he carried out that terror, extermination of the people to get the gold. But Haiti has all of that, and the Haitian people are stubbornly refusing to let people take their wealth without take their wealth, steal
Right.
them. And so that's why we are saying, and each time we have a chance, we vote for a president such as Aristide to defend the Haitian nation, to protect
Yes.
wealth, and to invest in the well-being of the population. So where this is going to go, it has to do with the Haitian people being steadfast and holding strong against these terrorist governments, these occupation governments that have been in charge of Haiti ever since for the past 20 plus years, along with their boss, the slave owning, the powers that are, well, we can say slave owning, modern day slavery.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The number of their factories in Haiti are paying people starvation wages,
Yeah.
something that the President Aristide and the progressive movement in Haiti has steadfastly refused and has been fighting alongside the workers demanding higher wages.
Yes.
So this is another situation that is that's why you are saying all this terror campaign. This terror campaign is aimed at demoralizing people, forcing people off their lands, because many of the lands that the people own sit on those natural resources, those mineral resources.
Yes. Yeah.
And they want people to flee so they can get their hands on their land.
Yeah.
Rather enter into a contract with people, with the landowners, and paying them and doing it above board, giving them a fair price with people knowing, okay, you want the oil, it's going to cost you so much. I'm supposed, get into a fair contract. No,
Right.
the
Right.
thing is the same way it was when they kidnapped our foremothers and our forefathers during slavery. It's by coming with terror, with brute force to take. So we are not human beings. We are just their thing. We happen to be in,
Yes. Yeah.
and so the Haitian people will not allow that. So what it will depend on people, the steadfast resistance of the Haitian people, but most importantly, it will have to do also with the solidarity of people in the Caribbean, of people in the Americas, in Africa, and throughout the world to stand with brothers and sisters in Haiti in their resistance against this monstrous system that is trying to destroy it. Right now in the Haitian government, the transition government that is in power,
Yeah.
it was an initiative of the Haitian people, particularly Famille Lavalas. You see, you don't hear that too much out there.
No.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Yeah. What happened was in November 2018, you see, after the coup, Famille Lavalas continued to organize, never stopped organizing.
Yeah.
So what happened was after the coup d'etat, Famille Lavalas continued to organize, even though people were being killed. 10,000 people were killed during the coup, and the killings have been continuing. I
Right.
mean, under the UN and what have you. So what happened was one of the initiatives that Famille Lavalas came out with in November 2018 was saying how the country was being degraded and how things were falling apart. They came up, and that was during the presidency of Jovenel Moïse, who was illegally put in power, again, through fraudulent elections by the UN forces.
Yeah.
And so, and so many things were happening, the country was being degraded. So Famille Lavalas made a proposal to the nation asking for all the political parties and the population to push for Jovenel Moïse to resign as president,
Right.
as prime minister to resign, and for a committee, commission or a committee called the Public Safety Committee to take over control of the nation so as to make the various departments, the various ministries fulfill their mission.
Right.
As education, healthcare, environment, sanitation, because we are dealing with roads that were in disrepair. We are dealing with the lack of clean water for the population. We are dealing with doctors and nurses who are not being paid, and corruption was at an all-time high. Is at
Right.
high, and so to address those things, they needed a public safety government to tackle these, and these would be led by people upstanding citizens of the country, competent people who would be dealing with that situation, and after a 3-year period, organize free, fair, and democratic elections. One
Yeah.
of the top priorities would also be to have security in the country, safety, so that the gangs or paramilitary death squads would be dealt with and
Right.
stopped so elections could take place.
Right.
So the 6 years of organizing, now we are 6 years down that road, the US didn't want to hear about.
Yes. Yes.
The US wanted to control Haiti through a strongman dictator
Right.
style, like they did with Papa Doc Duvalier and Baby
Yeah.
Doc Duvalier. And so through Martelly before and Jovenel Moïse, that's their model. And the Haitian people rejected that model. It
Yeah.
was not a model based on the Constitution, and people had enough of these corrupt leaders, corrupt heads of state, and who were subservient to the foreigners who wanted to exploit the country. And so Famille Lavalas organized and organized throughout the 6-year period and continuing to today,
Yeah.
this proposal for transition government that would rupture, that would break with this tradition of corrupt and subservient governments that were at war against the people of Haiti. So the transition, the idea of a transition, that's where it came from.
Right.
Now the US couldn't stop it, you see? And so with Ariel Henry being forced to leave Haiti, just
Yeah.
an incompetent person, and for me, this idea was pushed and pushed and pushed. And finally, the US reluctantly had to agree to it because it was gaining so much ground.
Right.
What they did was they had to accept it, but then what they did was to make sure they put elements in that transition government who were no good to the Haitian people as a way to sabotage it from within. And that's what we've been saying since this transition government came into being. A number of people within it who've been corrupt, who were part of the class of corrupt politicians, who the US insisted should be part of it. And basically, we are saying that instead of the work, everybody pushing in the direction to clean up the country, a number of them are there to make sure that this process is sabotage, you see? So
Yeah.
that's what we want. Right now, we have the Lavalas representative in there, Leslie Voltaire. He's been now it's a 9-member council, president council. Leslie Voltaire is the present coordinator, and he is the representative of Lavalas. But all kinds of tricks are being played so as to prevent him from initiating, and the council, but him from initiating any of the needed reforms, any of the needed initiatives that could start dealing with the problems of the country. Top
Okay.
of them is what we are saying, meaning those so-called gangs or death squads who are burning people's homes, gang raping, carrying out all kinds of massacres, chasing people out of various productive agricultural lands, and all that host of problems that we are dealing with. And
Okay.
number 2 is corruption as well to deal with.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay. Pierre, I want to thank you very much. Yeah, we are running out of time. So this is tremendous. I will call you again in a couple of weeks to do
Yeah.
a follow-up and to see where we are and see how things are going. Okay?
Certainly. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
All right. I've been speaking with Pierre Labossiere of the Haitian Action Committee, and we've been talking on the situation in Haiti. Caribbeana continues.